Welcome back to Sawdust and Sack. I found this video in my wife's phone. She had recorded in the fall there. Obviously you can see the leaves are turning. But this is one of the larch logs. And as I went through the video, there's just a couple points in it that I found that I could do better at and just wanted to show it. So right here, the first thing is my makeshift throttle that I changed from the way Wood-Mizer does the throttle. That had broke, the handle was bad or whatever, so now I'm tightening up the original throttle on the engine so I can just run it hand throttled on the engine. I have to reach over to the engine and rev it up, but it works to get me through the rest of the season here. So, but these larch logs, they're terribly sappy, sticky, and they were really tough to cut. Obviously, I haven't cut a lot of logs, but these were tough to cut. So when we get started with this one here, you'll see I don't even get the sawmill set up right. I'm way too low in the log, so I have to stop and use the chainsaw and cut the top of the knobs off and stuff. And this video is just kind of, it's a little bit all over the place, but it did have a few pointer spots in it that I wanted to show. So thanks for watching.
I think it's going to be this one, don't you?
I know I've said this before, but you're definitely going to need some type of equipment to move these big logs along. The bigger sawmills that can do these, spinning the logs by themselves, it would just make it so much easier. Obviously, cost is going to be that, but you just physically cannot turn a log that size by yourself and get it back down. So I end up using the excavator and flipping the log around and putting it back on there. It takes time, but that's the only way I can do it. See if we can get that one got off now. If you notice right here, when I go to pull the saw head back, the blade catches on the cant. So something isn't perfect there. Really, there should be no reason to have to lift the blade, the whole sawmill or whatever, to be able to pull that back. So for some reason, the blade, when it comes out of the end of the log, drops a hair. So you know you're not cutting things perfect, but it's close, so it's working. And I haven't figured out that happens on some logs, and some logs it doesn't. Some logs you can pull it right back with no problem. So this one I'm blaming the sticky, sappy log. Check out how much that blade is jumping around right there, pulling through that sappy log. I think a blade guide would definitely help on this type of cutting. I haven't really noticed that on the other stuff, but this large sappy stuff, it makes that blade work.
Really?
I'm kind of surprised that I could flip it, but it definitely was heavy. I think I need to find another bar of some sort. The cant hook works. You're never going to hurt it to slide the log over like I'm doing right there. But the hook part catches on stuff, and I don't know. It seems like I could have a different bar and make that easier for myself, but then you have to go set the cant hook down, grab the other bar, and walk back. So it's a catch-22 if you want two things there. So I had even changed the blade, and this is a brand new blade right here. But watch how the sawmill gets to chucking right there. So I think it's the sap in that log is so sticky that it's pulling that blade. Because even here I try to, you'll see I walk around and I try to give it more fluid, more liquid to try to lube that blade more. But that is just such a sappy log that, I don't know, the video wasn't the greatest there. But the sawmill itself got to chucking around, and it made okay lumber. I used it, but it just wasn't perfect by any means. If you notice right here where the blade is going into the log, or the cant, you can see the white spray coming off, that I'm adding that much fluid trying to lube that blade. I think I've got enough soap in my mixture, but I don't know. Like I say, the lumber worked. It did what it's got to do. I think I have a ton to learn yet, but we got through this one. But I just wanted to make this video and point out some of this stuff. So again, thanks for watching.